Welcome to Host Ghost Stories. I'm your host, LD Patty Loma. This is the podcast where you decide if this story is true or fake. We are the sister podcast of Harlots of Spook Talk. And so if you want to share your story, share it to harlotsofspooktalk@gmail.com. We take a first come, first serve to your ghost stories. But since it's October, we're kind of putting in some good old classics. Speaking of that, today we have some of you parents. If you're a millennial or older, you definitely know this story. Even the younger ones probably too. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Make sure that you're in a cozy, safe space. If you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. Okay, thanks. So this is called the Headless Hessian of Sleepy Hollow. So, if you stand by the old Dutch church in Sleepy Hollow on a wind-shredded October night, the Pocantiaco Creek sounds like a whispering crowd. The sycamore claws at the sky, and somewhere beyond the headstones, iron-shod hooves sometimes echo where no horse should be. The locals will tell you that the horseman rides because of what happened in 1776 when a Haitian trooper was decapitated by a cannon shot during the Revolutionary War near the White Plains. His body, they say, was buried in the burying ground of the old Dutch church, but his head was never found. So he hunts by night, searching for it, fast as a sword, twice as cold. The tale hardened into the American lore when Washington Irving published The Legends of Sleepy Hollow in 1820, setting the Ichabod Crane's doom-lit ride in its very alley, a haunted glen near the former Dutch settlement of Tarrytown, where the horseman is said to be bound to the churchyard and cannot cross the bridge over the stream. Irving didn't invent the headless rider. Europe had them for centuries, but he nailed them to the soil, and the valley never shook him loose. People still go looking for the bridge. The original Albany Post Road span is gone. There's a rustic Headless Horseman bridge. So inside Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, a photogenic stand-in on the same route of Irving described a little upstream of the historic crossing. It's where the nighttime walkers where a cold current of air funnels across the path even still on these evenings, sharp as a breath drawn to teeth, followed by the sudden smell of gunpowder and a clink of tack. If you feel those things, the guides say do not run, do not turn to look, keep walking, and don't step into the road. One caretaker told us, locking up near midnight, he heard hoofbeats, not the rhythmic clop of a live mount, but a stuttering thunder, as if the ground itself were trying to remember how to be solid under old weight. His flashlight spluttered and died. In the hush that followed, a figure on a black horse slid between the tombs. The silhouette cut from the night. There was no head above the collar, only a dark absence with rain hissing through it. The rider lifted something from the saddle horn. In the caretaker's mind, it was a shattered skull, glistening like wet stone, though he swears he shut his eyes before he saw it clearly. The horse surged for the bridge, and with that, the air warmed, the smell vanished, and the world came back. He left the gate open to the rest of the night. He never walked that route again. Skeptics will tell you that Irving's fiction made the ghost believers answer that to the church, burying ground, and route are real. But the horseman was here long before the tourists. Either way, the rules are the same. After dark, don't linger by the churchyard wall. And if you hear hooves on the empty road, get off the path before the rider reaches the bridge. Because once he's thundering past, cloak snapping, rain screaming, sword draw, you will feel the wind pull at your neck. I gotta chill. Even at the night itself is testing where your head is fastened, and if the wind likes what it finds, you won't be the first soul this horseman tried to take home before bearing ground. Oh, wow, that is literally terrifying. This story scared me as a child. I actually have one other story that scared me when I was a child, but I'm going back and forth on if I should share that next week. I always share my stories on Fridays. Um, Tiffany on Mondays, Carly on Wednesdays, and then I do Fridays. So, just, Irving's story was 1820, right? Cemented that Headless Horseman in the Sleepy Hollow, and that hides a soldier origin in Old Dutch church bearing the ground are part of a local history and legend, and that's how it's today's Headless Horseman Bridge. And it is a modern stand-in inside Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, and that's actually near Route Irving described. That's the kind of one that we talked about. Um, but yeah, if y'all are interested in a bonus segment on Texas Headless Horseman in El Muerto, it's tied to a frontier area accounts of Bigfoot Wallace. It's a gruesome, very true crime meets folklore. I We can definitely talk about that on the show, or we can read the story. Just comment below if you're interested in hearing it. Anyways, I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and you have a spooky night, and happy Halloween!